Barstool Sports. Titus, Brandon Walker, Mostly Sports.
Welcome to Mostly Sports, presented by Jägermeister. I'm Mark Titus. He is Brandon Walker. Today is Monday, November 18th. We are live from Chicago. We are brought to you, as always, by Jägermeister. 56 botanicals, 0 degree Fahrenheit. Ice cold shots of Jägermeister.
Damn, that's cold.
If you need to remember how many botanicals are in a shot of Jägermeister, just count up how many college football teams still have a path in this 12-team playoff. Still have a chance.
And if you need to know the temperature, just count up. I don't know.
Yeah, well said, Brandon.
I don't know.
Well said.
I ran out of gas quick on that one.
If you need to know the temperature, count to 0.
Yeah. Can you count to 0? No.
That's a great 0.
You can't.
Is 0 a number? Or is it the absence of a number?
It's the absence of a number, but it is a number.
But it is
two.
Also a number. No, the number 2 is the number 2.
Okay, sure.
0 is
So 0 is a number, but it's also the absence of a number.
And for that reason, my answer to your question.
All right. Show doesn't begin until Connor counts to 0. Connor, count to 0.
0.
But that was kind of 1.
Yeah.
Kind of just
you counted.
Counted to 1, but you said 0 instead of 1.
Okay, ready? Count me down.
How do I count? Okay, 3, 2, 1.
You guys are being irrational right now.
Why? Oh, Mr. Number. Those are numbers.
You both back. Here he is. Wherever you're out, if you're hanging with friends or at the bar, maybe you're doing all the sports stuff or just the mostly sports stuff, call the shots. Cheers with frosty 0 degree Fahrenheit shots of Jägermeister. Say the line. The one line you like to say.
Damn, that's cold.
And remember to check Jägermeister out at Jägermeister.com. Drink responsibly. Jägermeister, the core, 35% alcohol by volume. Imported by Mass Jägermeister U.S., White Plains, New York. What do you want to talk about, Brandon?
Football. Want to talk about football? Want to talk about the National Football League?
Yeah.
That's what happened yesterday.
Let's do it.
We had several gigantic games this week. We had the Steelers and the Ravens, which was huge. We had the Bills and the Chiefs. We had another one probably. Whatever the Thursday night.
Chargers, Bengals, or the Bengals done for good?
They're the most not done team in the history of. If you are a team that's in the playoffs and you play them, look the fuck out.
Right.
But you're probably going to beat them in some sort of hilarious way.
Yeah.
You're going to blow a 21-point lead and then just score a touchdown just to do it. You know who's – oh, we'll get to Toast in a minute.
Okay.
There's a new Toast team.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. There's a Toast team. And it's a team you love to talk about.
Do you want to get to them right now?
We can. We can start with the Toast.
Is it the Niners?
It's the Niners.
The Niners are toast?
Are the Niners toast? The Niners might be toast. They're losing to every NFC West team. All I'm saying,
I don't think they're yeah.
The toaster's plugged in.
I think this is the season started with McCaffrey being hurt and a wide receiver being shot for his Rolex, and it's kind of just gone downhill from there. It's kind of
that was
like before there was a kickoff to the season. Like, we knew those two things about the Niners, and it hasn't really gotten much better, and yet they still just have so much talent you can't quit them. And they're 5-5, which is not good for their standard, but is also they're probably going to make the playoffs, and you're always going to hold out hope. But yeah, I think that, like, the Niners as a franchise are in a situation where it does feel like it's Super Bowl or bust. Not a Super Bowl or bust, but like that's the expectation. They've done everything else there is to do, and if they don't win the Super Bowl, it's like, well, then we can't really chalk this up as that big of a success. I don't think they're winning the Super Bowl. So in that regard, yeah, they're probably toast. I think they came into this year saying we have to win the Super Bowl because the window is closing quickly, and it doesn't feel like they're anywhere close to a Super Bowl caliber team.
The biggest thing that happened yesterday was, and this is rare in the NFL, but Josh Allen had his Heisman moment.
Yeah, he did. Heisman moment. Jim Nantz called it the play of the year in the NFL.
He had his Heisman moment. There is a part of college football, like between September and October when the season's really getting serious, where we do have a different Heisman Trophy winner every single week.
Mm-hmm.
This is the second week in a row we've got an NFL MVP. Last week it was Lamar Jackson. He was the NFL MVP.
It was done. It was
finished. He's going to get his third MVP, and now Josh Allen is going to get his MVP.
It's locked up. It's done.
So I look forward to
There's no
seeing
other way.
who the MVP is next week. But right now it's Josh Allen.
Jared Goff has a chance, or no? Probably not. It's Josh Allen or Lamar or Joe Burrow.
I don't think
not really.
It can be Jared Goff because every single player on that team was apparently the greatest player.
The greatest player you've ever seen. Yeah, yeah. Could the entire Detroit Lions win the MVP? Is that possible? Has that ever happened? Could we give
City of Detroit
like the 1987 Maui Invitational when the entire Iowa team won the MVP? That's a fact.
Is that right?
That's a fact. Literally, the entire team won the MVP.
Does that defeat the purpose of an award called the most valuable player?
I think it does, Brandon.
Okay, all right.
I think.
Does that destroy the very premise of which we are honoring?
If I would have been in the building as they were awarding the 1987 Maui Invitational MVP, I would have said,
"No,
we have the championship trophy. I feel like that is given to the best team. I feel like the MVP should be given to the." What, you just looked it up?
If you look at, there's an ongoing list of all the different MVPs, and it's just fun to see like individual names and then entire Iowa team.
The entire Iowa team,
1987.
I think they should do that with the Lions this year in the NFL. The entire team of Iowa, dude.
How does that work?
There's some walk-on that never saw the floor that's like, yeah, dude, I was the 1987 MVP of the Maui Invitational. That's a fact. That is a fact. Yeah, Josh Allen was awesome. That was the story of the NFL yesterday, right? Is the Bills beating the Chiefs, but not only beating the Chiefs, but like putting their balls on the table, and it's 4th and short, and I
2-point lead.
If you're playing any other team, you kick the field goal to go up 5 to make them have to have maybe not any other team, but you know what I'm saying. Conventional wisdom says kick the field goal, go up by 5 to where they have to score a touchdown with limited time. It wasn't like there was 30 seconds left, but they're gonna have to march down the field and score to beat you. But the Bills were like, we've seen this story before. We know if we give the ball back to Patrick Mahomes, we are absolutely fucked. We're going for it. And not only did they go for it, Tony Romo called it too. Quarterback legs, he said. Watch the quarterback legs. And Josh Allen said, watch this.
Wow. Whoa.
Break a tackle.
Oh, my God, dude.
You just knocked the Rock off.
The Rock fell out.
You just eliminated the Rock from the Royal Rumble.
The Rock went over the top rope right there. No, it was a great run. Jim Nantz, I will ask you this, though. Jim Nantz, in the moment, calls it the player of the year of the NFL. Was that an exaggeration? Was that hyperbole? Was that a prisoner of the moment, or do you think that was fair? What say you, Brandon Walker? Fair or foul? Jim Nantz calling that play
early fair foul.
The play of the year in the NFL.
It's the biggest play in the biggest game of the year, probably. Okay, I don't know how many games. I guess there will be some games with playoff implications later, and there will be some games with maybe division implications later. But as far as, two marquee quarterbacks, 2 marquee franchises, 2 Super Bowl contenders playing in the middle of the season, the Chiefs still being undefeated, gigantic game,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the biggest play in the game. But no, it's probably not the play of the year. I can't.
It's got to be the Commander.
The Hail Mary,
right?
Hail Mary, yeah, that's the play of the year.
Right,
and Jim Nantz called that, didn't he?
Yeah, did he?
Yeah,
he was. He was on the call for that play, so he should.
Well, he then walked it back a little bit. He was like, "We were in Washington for that great play,
right?"
But like the circumstance of this moment makes this feel like just as big.
Yeah, and I agree with. I mean, this could have been for home field advantage in the playoffs. The Chiefs still have to lose again, but
it also this is going to sound so stupid to say.
This is going to sound so stupid.
I can already tell.
Because
I can already tell.
It's Josh Allen, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and it's the Bills, who are consistently a very good team in the NFL. But in the context of this year, that kind of felt like their coming out party in a way. Because I think in the AFC, we've only focused on the Chiefs and the fact that they've been on this undefeated run.
Yeah.
And we've kind of forgotten about the Bills, maybe because they lost a lot of talent in the offseason, and we thought that, they're going to be worse than what they are. But they were rock solid yesterday, and Josh Allen has balls of steel.
I think the AFC is going to be a fucking gauntlet. I think the AFC is a monster. I don't think the NFC is such this year. I think the AFC, if you look at you got the Bills and the Chiefs, and they're going to have to decide this thing later. The Chargers are shaping up to be a hell of a team. You have the Steelers, who beat the Ravens yesterday, and I'm not throwing the Ravens out. The Ravens are right there. I'm also missing an obvious one.
The Texans, who are
Texans are a solid team. They're going to be 7-4 after tonight.
Yeah, they can. They are not going to be an easy out. You have to imagine.
I think the AFC is shaping up to be quite the dramatic playoff environment this year.
Meanwhile, in the NFC, the
Lions are killing everybody's soul. Yes.
I don't want to crown them too early, but to be in mid-November and we have a situation where the Detroit Lions seem to have a cakewalk to the Super Bowl is pretty fucking wild.
The only thing about that, Mark, is
pretty fucking wild.
They share a division with a franchise that loves to just fuck shit up for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
The Packers are never good enough to win the Super Bowl, it feels like, but they're always good enough to fuck somebody else up.
They're a fuck shit up franchise.
They're a fuck shit up franchise. They're a team that'll come in, you'll host them in the first weekend of the playoffs, and you think, all right, we get past them, we got it pretty good. And then Jordan Love turns into Joe Montana.
Yep.
And they beat you, 21-13, and you just never get going. So while it looks like that, I think they've got some pesky dudes in their way. The Packers being one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought the Vikings aren't dead, but they kind of are dead.
Yeah,
but
I don't mean to say that the Lions are a lock to make the Super Bowl. I'm just, as far as being a Detroit Lions fan, this is
the best it gets.
This is the best it's ever been.
I
We're
can't
like,
imagine.
not only do we have a chance at the Super Bowl, but like we are very heavily favored to come out of the NFC at least. If not win they're the Super Bowl favorite, right?
I'm not
overall,
sure.
I think.
I was just looking at their average margin of victory. It's 15.9.
Beating the fuck out of teams.
Yeah.
And that's in an NFL where 15.9 is unheard of.
Yeah, the next closest is Buffalo with 9.6.
Like
so
the Chiefs' margin of victory is what, a point and a half? I mean, it's not much at all.
Do they have a negative point differential on the season after yesterday?
The Chiefs?
Yeah.
No, I think they're still like plus 50.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. That was a joke.
Well, no, you can't throw a joke past the analytics guy.
I wasn't.
Well, you asked us.
You try to throw a joke past Ebo. He's
I knew it wasn't going to be negative. I mean, let's be clear.
He cranked that thing.
Well, the Eagles last year might have been close when they lost. When they lost their first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
We got blown out.
Doing the same thing. They were. Would you start 10-0 and then?
10-1. Yeah.
10-1. Yeah.
The second loss was really, really bad. I think it was to the 49ers. But anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, the Niners are.
They're a little toast.
They're a little toast.
They're a little toast.
Yeah, they're warm bread.
Is it possible for the whole division to be toast?
So that's the. I think the Cardinals are live, aren't they?
Division we thought was like pretty good.
Yeah. Cardinals are live.
Yeah, I mean they're 6-4. They have the win at San Francisco, which was big. Where Kyle Shanahan.
Are the Seahawks dead?
I don't know. I mean, you win. You pull off that miracle win yesterday. You're 5-5. Everyone's 5-5 or 6-4. I mean,
yeah.
It's weird that the conferences are so imbalanced. Same thing's going on in the NBA. The West is stacked. The East is not.
Well, the West has Bronny James.
Makes you wonder if Rob Manfred's the best commissioner in sports.
It really does.
Because MLB is kind of more balanced, That's what I was thinking as I was watching NFL football yesterday.
Rob Manfred's the best commissioner in sports.
He's got a little more balance.
Can I ask a question? Because this is something I just realized. Have they given out MLB awards yet?
They very quietly on Thursday night did the all MLB team, which is a newer thing, and
Cy Young and MVPs. Have we had those yet?
So that starts tonight. Rookie of the Year is tonight at 6 Eastern.
We're gonna be we're closer to a Heisman Trophy than we are.
It's insane.
They might as well wait till opening day.
How are they still doing this?
I don't know. It's insane.
Baseball's a sport. When it ends, to me, it ends harder than any other sport. It feels like baseball was 3 months ago.
They should. I don't know. Giving the MVP away during the playoffs feels weird too, though, because then you crown a guy MVP and then he. Like Aaron Judge.
Basketball used to do that, though. Maybe still do. Remember Dirk getting the MVP and getting housed in the first round?
Right, yeah. That's like a bizarre thing to watch as a fan to see a guy be crowned MVP and then suck. Like if Aaron Judge was holding up his MVP trophy during the playoffs as he's, sucking ass, that would have been a weird visual. But at the same time, you're right. The second baseball.
Well, him sucking ass would have been a weird visual. But in center field, Aaron Judge is sucking ass.
Sucking ass.
That sounded like you had a lot of practice in the past, Mark. Like an expert.
That's a disgusting noise.
The Pittsburgh Steelers
Yeah.
Is it time to take them seriously? I feel like the Steelers.
I don't think so.
Certainly in the last 5 years, they're just kind of the Iowa of the NFL. That that they're good enough to hang around with anybody, but we're not actually seriously considering them as.
Does it kind of piss you
title
off when a team
contenders?
wins a game with 6 field goals? You should have to score a touchdown to be win eligible.
You should have to win. You should have to score one touchdown. To
Score
be
one
win
touchdown.
eligible.
You get down to the 9-yard line for the 5th time. It's either touchdown or bust.
Yeah.
You got to stop. There should be a cap on. You can have 4 field goals a game.
But there's nothing if you're.
That's not a terrible idea, by the way.
But you can only have 4 field goals.
You can have 4
Like
field
a
goals.
home run limit in
that's-
low pitch softball.
That's plenty. 4 field goals is plenty.
But there's no way to poke holes in the Steelers' resume, really. They're beating good teams.
Yeah.
So it's not. You can't do let's wait to see them play an actually good team thing. We've seen them beat good teams. It's just the way they're winning looks gross, but they're 8-2.
I don't know if y'all were
They're
watching it.
and controlling
but,
the division now. I don't know.
if talking about that being the best player of the year, if they had lost that Russell Wilson pick in the end zone, I don't know if you saw it. It was on the second to last drive. They were already up 5th. No, they were up. What were they up? I don't remember the score.
18-10?
I think it was 18-10. Yeah, they were up 18-10, and they were about to break their back, and it was 3rd down, and he rolled right and tried to lob it and throw it away, except he didn't get enough on it, and he just threw a rainbow to a Raven, and opened the door for the Ravens to come back and win the game. Anyway, I'm okay. That was the worst play of the weekend. That was awful. And then Lamar Jackson, they score a touch. Lamar Jackson, the Ravens score a touchdown, 18-16, right?
Mm-hmm.
They got a minute left. They got to go for 2 to try to tie it. Of course you do. Shut up!
Lamar Jackson.
Go ahead,
Was
Brandon.
was that not my phone that was making that
Go
noise?
ahead, Brandon. You can do it.
Well, then move your phone if it's making all that beeping noise. Everybody, phones down.
You're doing great, Brandon. Here we go. It's a good clip.
They score. The Ravens score. It's 18-16. I almost think that having the most mobile quarterback in the history of the world almost limits their play calling at that point, because they rolled him to the left, and it looked like the Steelers knew exactly where he was rolling. They knew exactly what was happening, exactly where he was rolling. There was no mystery there whatsoever. So how do you make, when you have that element, how do you do a surprise 2-point conversion?
They almost have too many options to where that they're going to roll them out to give him the options.
Correct.
You see
yes.
it coming.
Yeah.
Huh.
And you just go over there, and now that's not it's not a surprise at all if the options aren't there because you got it all covered. I almost think just a handoff to Derrick
Just run it
Henry
up the middle.
Right.
Yeah, just hand it off to Derrick
That's the
Henry
one
and
thing
run
they
it
don't
up the
see
middle.
coming.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. I think you mentioned the Packers are the fuck shit up franchise.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the Steelers.
Steelers might be a fuck shit
Because I'm
up.
looking at the AFC picture, and if they're right now, they would play the Ravens, who they just beat. Obviously they can handle the Ravens. If they're playing the Ravens in the first round, if it's not the Ravens, it might be the Broncos, it might be the Chargers. Let's assume the Steelers take care of business on their home field. Let's assume that they're going to win the division.
Yeah.
Then they move on, and yeah, I don't think that they're better than the AFC contenders. But if you're telling me that the Pittsburgh's going on the road, they're going to Buffalo.
Yeah.
To play Buffalo,
That's
and
a
it's
nasty
just like a and it's like gross weather, and yeah, I think Buffalo's a better team, but the Steelers could absolutely fuck shit up for the Bills, right? They feel like a fuck shit. They're
tremendously a fuck shit up.
They're not going to win the Super Bowl, but any given Sunday they could fuck shit up for the team.
But I almost think
they feel Super Bowl caliber.
They're a fuck shit up team that could fuck around and possibly win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they could fuck shit up on their way to the Super Bowl.
Like they get to the Super Bowl and they play the Lions, who are just great. They can fuck the shit up for the Lions.
Yeah, and score 0 touchdowns on the entire path.
Again,
to a Super Bowl.
I just if we have Super Bowl Lions Steelers, are y'all against the 4? Maybe in 3 field goals. 3 field goal limit.
3 field
That's
goals.
plenty of field goals.
It's like a timeout.
What if it's a defensive touchdown? Does that count as a touchdown for you? Does it have to be an
Yeah,
offensive
no, that
touchdown?
counts.
Okay,
That counts.
All right, because they could score.
It's just I just need to see a touchdown.
Yeah.
I need to see somebody going in the end zone. Yes, Connor.
2 things.
Yes.
Not to read schedules because I know that's Mark's thing.
We're
But
about to read schedules.
the Steelers have a 10-day stretch that is going to be incredible, where they have to go to Philadelphia to play the Eagles, then to Baltimore to play the Ravens for round 2, and then Christmas Day they get Kansas City. So from the 15th of December to the 25th, that is going to be awesome. Secondly,
Yes.
No, so this could all just flip on its head.
Speak-
yes,
No.
like they
and
could go
snap
over
of a
3 in
finger.
that
We're like,
stretch.
oh, okay, never mind.
It could be
Yes.
for naught.
Yeah.
Yes. Secondly, I disagree with the take on field goals because in a league where suddenly every single field goal kicker that has been so reliable their entire career
What the hell
Right,
happened?
what happened?
is now missing everything. The fact that Boswell comes out yesterday and hits 6, I think is very, very, very impressive. Nobody else can make field goals. It's crazy.
I feel like Boswell's hit 6 like 5 times this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the
So
only
you
one
see
that's
it the other
reliable.
way. There should be like a field goal multiplier.
Yes,
You hit your-
exactly.
when you hit your 4th field goal, it's actually worth 4 points.
Ah.
Your 5th field
If
goal.
you've hit 10 in a row, yeah, okay, all right.
Every field goal after
get a free
3
field
is
goal.
worth another point.
A punch card.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're going for your 10th made field goal of the game, that is actually worth 10 points.
Tucker's wash.
What if there was a progressive jackpot where if a team misses their field goal, that 3 points goes into the field goal
Jackpot?
Yeah.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
I love that.
Now we're fixing field goals, boys. Now we're fixing field goals
Now
on
we're
a
doing
Monday.
Because then you don't take chances on some shitty field goals, maybe. Because, like, what
Right.
if the 3 points goes in the jackpot?
Right.
What was that SNL skit where they just kept saying lockbox about they were making fun of I think it was Al Gore or something like that.
That was the lockbox.
The
That's when he said lockbox. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
but
a lockbox skit.
Ebo, I think of his lockbox as just jackpot. Ebo just loves saying jackpot and fitting it in whenever he can.
What did I say?
Do you know what skit?
Has he ever said it before?
Yeah, we were talking about jackpot.
Do you know the skit? He's talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I
It was
didn't know.
It's
you know
a
what?
it's a presidential debate or something.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
Will Ferrell versus
Al Gore. Yeah.
yeah, somebody I can't remember.
Daryl Hammond.
Yes,
All right.
but yeah, Ebo just loves jackpot.
Lockbox.
Lockbox, yeah, and that was the strategery skit, I think. But anyway,
Oh, that was the strategery one?
I think so.
And you remember the lot? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Seems like you would remember the strategic
Strategery.
first.
It'd be the strategic.
I don't know lockbox.
Also, that skit was like in 2000.
Yeah, I was around.
Not really.
I was a '90s baby for 26 days.
It's 2024.
Yeah,
That skit was in 2000, 24 years ago.
correct.
You are 24 years old.
Yes, but I was. In,
You were not
You were not around.
you were not culturally aware of that show or that skit. How did you go back and hone in on that skit? Because that's not like a huge, incredible. That's not more cowbell. It's not one of them.
I'm a comedy historian.
But you are not.
I like-
When have you ever been a comedy
a
historian?
comedy historian.
That's good.
Yeah, I like to laugh.
I'm with Connor. I know that skit.
Thank you.
Comedy.
What is happening?
That's like in all of the like best political skits compilations
Yeah,
that
yeah,
they'll
yeah.
run.
Yeah.
I've seen that one.
What's your favorite Richard Pryor stand-up?
I don't know Richard Pryor, much of him.
He just said I'm a comedy.
I'm a comedy historian. I thought he was retired.
He died
Oh,
tragically, right?
No,
Oh.
he led a long life.
Okay.
I mean, everybody dies tragically if you think about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, I'm having a hard time getting past. I'm a comedy historian.
Yeah.
When did you decide to brand yourself that?
No, I don't know. I was just saying shit.
That's a good retort, honestly.
Yeah,
That's a good.
I don't know.
There's
Just saying
nothing,
shit.
there's nothing really you could say back to that, Brandon. I don't know. I was just saying shit. The Bengals. I want to talk about the Bengals. I want to talk about the Bengals and the Chargers. It felt like last night you're watching the game unfold and you said they're both going to try to find a way to fuck this up. They're two franchises that, to me at least, just cannot get out of their own way at times. But the Chargers are playing better football this year. They're running the ball well. The defense looks inspiring at times. The Bengals, though, and the reason nobody can quit the Bengals is because the Bengals get down. What was it? How many?
21.
Were they? They were down 21, 20, 27,
down 27-6.
27-6. Yeah. They came back in the snap of a finger.
Yeah,
That offense is so fucking good when it's good.
in seconds. Yeah.
Um,
Joe Burrow is like he is one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and
Yeah.
he is a guy that you can't count out, and he's a guy that's going to put points up in a hurry, and it's also just a team that's going to figure out a way to lose.
yeah, they're gonna, and that is what the NFL is to me. Is
But
like,
usually having that quarterback means you're going to figure out a
You're
way to
gonna
win.
find a way to
They
win.
figure out a way to lose.
But you look at the Bengals this year, and you're like, man, they are like 4 bounces of the ball away from having 4 more wins. But that's kind of just what the NFL is. With the exception of the Lions, who seem to beat the fuck out of everybody, it feels like every game in the NFL comes down to
Yeah,
a couple plays, you know?
it's razor thin.
And the Bengals find a way every single game.
If they get into
you
the
hope
playoffs,
also
they could go to the Super Bowl.
They're what?
That's how good I think they are.
They're 2 games back now?
They're
2 games back
They're in
with-
bad shape.
Yeah. They basically have to win out, but also we've been saying that for the last like 3 or 4 weeks that they're going to have to win out,
And the Broncos,
more or less.
who have that last spot right now, 6-5, and they're pretty good.
They're pretty good.
Pretty good. And I don't understand Bo Nix. I know we've said it before on the show. He was never this good at Auburn. He was never this good at Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
He was never good at throwing the ball down the field. At Oregon, I think he was last in the country in yards per attempt. Like he was averaging like 7 inches per attempt. They was barely throwing. They was throwing the ball behind line of scrimmage, and the receivers were just taking off. Now he's pushing the ball down the field. He's throwing for 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't know where they got this Bo Nix from.
Sean Payton, is that
Yeah.
Maybe.
Sean Payton Coach of the Year?
Who are you, and what did you do with Bo Nix?
He got that Drew Brees in him a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of maybe not
Quarterback.
Yeah,
Does he have a face blemish?
Kind of a
I
quarterback.
don't think so,
for
but like kind of just like can dink and dunk you a little bit.
Yeah.
Not the biggest arm in the world, but avoids sacks, gets the ball out of his hands into his playmakers.
For a guy that makes so many doofus plays, he's actually kind of smart. You know, he's like the smartest doofus quarterback maybe of all time already. Bo Nix. He's a rookie, and I'm already. He's the smartest.
May I say something?
Go ahead.
Smartest doofus quarterback?
Yeah.
Might be Patrick Mahomes.
Is Patrick Mahomes
His doofus
smart?
plays work, but there's so many. He makes a lot of doofus plays.
Yeah.
But we're like, oh my God, you see Mahomes?
Yeah.
That was kind of stupid what he just did.
Yeah, he does make a lot of stupid plays. Josh Allen makes a lot of stupid plays, but I don't think Josh Allen. I don't think you ever watch Josh Allen and say to yourself, "That's a guy that's just dissecting the defense with his brain." He's just got all the physical tools and does not give a fuck, and that works in his
Does
favor.
not give a
yeah.
Quarterback legs.
So you mentioned earlier the MVP keeps flipping back and forth. I know Jane Daniels is going to win Rookie of the Year. I'm not saying he's not. Not saying he's not.
Now listen.
Not saying he's not.
Now
he's,
listen.
He's been incredible. Not saying he's not. He's done nothing to
I
give
bet
that
it's
award.
tightened up.
He's done nothing to give that award away. But can we take a peek?
I bet it's tightened
look?
up. What are the odds on Rookie of the Year?
Can we take a peek real quick?
Either of you use those magic machines in your lap. Just combine them if you have to.
Can we just take a quick peek? That's all I want to do.
Just a quick peek. So what we're looking for,
So
just to make sure you guys know,
relax. Here.
is the odds.
Jaden
for-
Daniels is currently -400. Bo Nix 3-1. Drake May 25.
Right. And I knew that, and I knew it was.
But what was he like 2 weeks ago? You think?
Probably around the same number. Probably like my
Yeah.
yeah.
I bet.
Jane, I'm not. Bo Nix should not win, but I think we're like 2 or 3 weeks away from Bo Nix being eligible to enter the conversation. You know,
Yeah.
he's still going to lose. He's going to get invited to the ceremony just to lose in a landslide.
I mean, the Commanders might
But at
be
least-
on a little slide here.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
You take that Hail Mary away,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they don't really ask Jaden Daniels to do a whole lot. Like you watch that Eagles game, they're like, catch it, RPO, or just like, get the ball out of your hands in 2 yards and
Yeah.
hope someone in space makes a play.
Jane
they don't really ask him to do a
he
whole
has
lot.
to have. They have to lose, and he has to have some stinkers. And I don't think he's going to have stinkers. I don't think
He
he's
got
going
a
to have.
stinker against the Eagles, didn't
That
he?
was
Yeah, but-
that was a stinker.
That wasn't. I mean, like a rookie stinker. I mean, like a
Like a 4
like a 9 for
interception.
24 with like 3 picks.
Like a stinky
type
stinker.
Like a big old like a big old stinker.
I still think they're being slightly conservative with him because he's still banged up with his ribs. Like I still think he's injured
Yeah.
at least a little bit, but I don't know.
Drake May's the best of the three.
You think?
Dude, watching him run around, he's running around for his life on every single
Well,
play.
there's 4 as well, not 3.
Yeah, that's tough luck for Caleb, the number 1 pick that
Yeah,
you just hit him with he's the best of the 3.
Drake May, he's doing the same thing Caleb Williams is doing. He's running for his life on every single play, and he's making the plays
Yeah.
with a far worse roster
Yeah.
than what Caleb has with the Bears. I mean, Drake May is far more impressive to me than what anyone the other rookie quarterbacks have done, especially considering he's only 22.
I saw Caleb Williams hasn't had a touchdown pass in a month.
That can't be true.
Over a month now. 1 month of football.
It is. Yesterday, Caleb Williams did what he could do to win that football game. He had the drive to win the game.
Yeah.
The coach, and I don't know at what – we need to have a fundamental reteaching of football to some coaches because they believe in these tight games where everything is fought for and everything is earned and everything. They believe that if they get to the 32-yard line, they're good.
Yeah.
The field goal is made.
Automatic.
They believe it's automatic. They don't believe anything can go wrong. They don't believe anything. you need to get as close as you fucking can in the time you are allowed. That's what you need to do. And these coaches refuse to do it. And Eberflus yesterday just getting to the 35 and saying, well, we got it. Let's just run it once and let the clock run down. I'm not saying maybe they would have blocked the field goal at the 15-yard line. I don't know. But I know the trajectory wouldn't have needed to be as low at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, the obvious thing is like there's the fear that Caleb Williams throws an interception, and then everyone watching the game was like, if you would have just played it smart, that field goal would have definitely gone in. That was 100% a field goal that we would have made. But it's not. You're right. They're not. You treat these field goals like they're automatic. Now this is 2 weeks in a row now we've seen it happen. The Broncos had their field goal blocked against the Chiefs. The Bears have their field goal blocked. Kickers did just like what happened? The kicking game in general.
Well, that Bears game was the ultimate. Like,
what happened? They were so automatic.
Winners win and losers lose moment. Like the Bears did everything to win the game, and then they just at the end losers fucking figure out a way to lose.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they did. But I'll say this about the Bears because they're not going anywhere this year. They're 5-5 now. This is not going to be a special year for them. I do think, even though you can look at the stats and say he hasn't thrown a touchdown in a month, I do think you're seeing good things out of Caleb Williams for the future. Yeah. Like he's been tasked with 2 late game-winning drives in the last 3 weeks, and he did his job both times. It went the other way because of the Hail Mary, and it went the other way because of the blocked field goal. But he is, in the moments he is really tasked to do something, he is doing it. So I'm not.
But that's what makes it hard for if you're a Bears fan that's watched this over and over and over again. You just say we're obviously just.
Well, you need to get the fuck over yourself. You need to get the fuck over yourself because you got Caleb Williams for the next 15 years.
There's obviously something supernatural at play.
This year is all about Caleb Williams getting used to the NFL and getting better, and then coming back next year and surrounding him with some talent that you can do something. Because you ain't doing it this year.
Or I mean,
and it doesn't mean you're cursed, and it doesn't mean your city's bad. It just means you don't have that team this year.
I am inclined to agree with you, but also maybe they just are. Maybe the Packers will just always beat them. Maybe that's how it works. Maybe the Broncos had their kick blocked by the Chiefs because that's just how this works now. The Chiefs beat the Broncos, and the Packers beat the Bears. And no matter nothing else, no matter what happened leading up to that moment, none of it matters.
Can I tell you?
In the end, they're going to lose.
In the end, it
doesn't even matter.
Can I tell you a quick story?
Please do, Brandon.
I've been training with my personal trainer, Blake, and at the beginning and end of every workout, I have to stretch, and I don't stretch very well. I'm not very limber. And he says you have to drink more water so your muscles can be more flexible, and you can be more flexible. Your water consumption's bad. You're dehydrated all the time. I said, Blake, come on, shut up. And he said, make sure you're drinking at least 2 liters of water every day. So with that being said, this morning I got here, and we have these new, well, not even these, but the one you're holding.
Big boys.
The 1 liter of body armor. So I said, you know what, today, Blake, I'm going to do it. And I drank 1 whole bottle of that. And I said all that to say this. I got to go pee.
Okay. Good story.
His trainer's
chugged.
Yeah, you think it's any coincidence that his trainer's name is Blake?
Huh. Interesting. You don't think it can't be the same guy. There's no way.
Our Blake is pretty jacked.
Yeah, he's in good shape.
There's no way.
And he's got a mustache.
Huh. Why are kickers bad now? Why? Because you could say it's weather. If you're not paying attention, you would be like, well, at the start of the season, the weather seems to be perfect. That's why they were making everything. Now weather at various stadiums across the country is starting to factor in more. It's a little windier, a little colder. But like McPherson last night, that wasn't weather. He was missing everything against the Chargers.
Yeah. Could I push back on one thing though?
Please.
It's a crazy phenomenon what's going on with the kickers right now. I will say that. But automatically with kickers, I think our initial response is just like, oh, cut this guy.
Yeah.
You can't cut Justin Tucker. You can't cut Evan McPherson and get somebody better.
Yeah, but at the same time,
like these are guys who have been some of the best kickers in the league for a decade.
At the same time,
Tucker especially.
You have a dude on the Lions and the dude on the Cowboys that seem to never miss, and both those guys were just like on their couch watching football, and we're like, I could do that. So maybe you could. Maybe you could cut Justin Tucker and just like go to some random grocery store and find a guy stocking shelves right now that can kick a football better than him. That seems to be how kicking works.
I'm back.
Tucker's washed though. Because Tucker, you can't even blame it on conditions when the kicker on the other team is making everything.
I think
so. That's as clear as day that Tucker's just slipping right now.
I think he had 5 missed field goals all of last season. He now has 6 this year. I think that. Let me go double check.
I just knew though when they kicked it deep and they had to keep him out of first down, they were going to win the game 19-18 on like a 90-yard Justin Tucker field goal.
Yeah. A 90-yard Justin Tucker field goal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thought that's what was going to happen.
That was you didn't bet on that, did you?
No.
That would have been.
No. Yeah, I don't think you can bet on
That
that.
would have been a misuse of funds.
Justin Fields should have been cut on the spot. On the spot. Did you see that shit?
I did not see it. What happened?
All right. So the Ravens, after making it 18-16, decide not to kick an onside kick. They got all 3 timeouts. So kick it deep. So the Steelers have the ball at the 30-yard line. First down, they try to run it, and Najee Harris runs right into his center's ass, and it's 2nd and 10. They bring in Justin Fields to run the read option. Smart move. Good legs. He makes the correct read. Najee Harris plunges into the line, and he goes around the edge, and it looks like he's got it. He's just galloping. You know how good he looks when he runs. He's running, and there's a couple tacklers right beyond the sticks, but he's going to get past them. No problem. Game over. We win. He slides. He slides at like after 8 yards and makes it 3rd and like 1.5 or 2.
Oh, he slid before the stick?
He slid way before the sticks when all he had to do was the line was right there and there was nobody that was going to stop him. He just has to either put his shoulder down or just keep running and they'll tackle it. What? Look at this. This is the game's on the line. All right. Makes everything good. Or makes everything. Look at that. And that made it 3rd and 1.5 because they go back impossibly far when you slide.
Yeah.
That's
bad, yeah.
That's bad. If they had lost, that would have been the play. That would have been the play of the day that you would be seeing. But they didn't lose.
They didn't lose, so I guess they don't probably need to cut him.
No, he needs to be cut. I would have cut him right there. You
Probably
got to send a signal to somebody.
That slide rule makes sense, I guess. But at the same time,
I've beefed against that slide rule for a while.
You don't like it?
No, because a quarterback will slide and the referee will come to spot it like 15 yards behind the quarterback.
It's very confusing. You think like if it's not that rule, then the defenders, like the defender, he's giving himself up, so the defenders can't touch him. So
I think it should be where the defender
can't pick up extra yards
No.
when you're in the process. When you're like, don't touch me, and then you just like keep tiptoeing forward a little bit. You can't, which is what Patrick Mahomes does every time he pretends to run out of bounds. By the way, but yeah, I don't know.
It should be where his knees hit the ground. It should be where he starts to slide because when he starts doing
I'll give you that. It should be where his ass hits the ground.
Where his ass hits the ground. It shouldn't be.
I thought you were saying like the more he's like as he's sliding on the ground.
If I'm running. Oh, I'm going to slide, and I start. My arms kind of do this a little bit, and then my legs go out, and then I slide. They go back to where the motherfucker starts thinking about sliding.
Yeah. They go back to
to his birth,
to conception.
One day this baby will slide. We're spotting him right here in this hospital.
I want to talk about Beard Guyz. Step up your beard game and unleash your beast with Beard Guyz. Hair on your face is different from the hair on your body. Specific products are needed. Beard Guyz has products that wash, hydrate, and help to style your beard. Start your day off right with the 2-in-1 Wash and Tame, a wash and conditioner combo that is meant to cleanse and condition your beard. Hydrate the beard with some beard oil. The beard oil helps soften and moisturize the beard and skin. You can lock in the beard and style it with some matte styling clay. The product has kaolin clay to help keep your beard in place and can be used for your hair as well. Whether you're a seasoned vet or a rookie beginning the bearded journey, Beard Guyz is the brand for your beard. You can find Beard Guyz at your local Walmart and Walgreens. Beard Guyz. There goes Brandon Walker holding some product right now.
Got some product. I got the rinse-free Refresh foam, the No Flakes foam, and the matte styling clay.
Hell yeah.
Give that to my friend Matt. So he can style his hair because his name's Matt.
Yeah. He's been on the show.
Is Lincoln Park from Lincoln Park?
You know,
as I was peeing, this is the thought that came to my head because we were singing in the end.
Yeah.
They're not.
Why'd they misspell it too?
California.
Oh wait, so they have nothing to do with Lincoln Park in Chicago?
No, they're from Agora Hills in California, which is also a Doja Cat song.
What?
Doja Cat has a song called Agora Hills.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Where's Agora Hills?
Santa Monica's Lincoln Park.
Do we have anybody? Has anybody in here ever been to Santa Monica?
And they did it so that they could get the domain name.
So Oh, they changed the spelling to
So they get the website.
yeah.
Huh.
Okay.
Interesting.
Santa Monica being the land of Saint Monica.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
never been.
Santa Monica was Everclear? Santa Monica?
Yeah.
Everclear sang
I
a
am
song.
still living with your
Yeah, had a song
ghost. It's a good song.
about Santa Monica. Yeah.
Lonely and dreaming. Yeah, it's a good song.
Anything else in the NFL you want to talk about?
Nah, let's talk
You wanna
about college
pivot to
football.
college football.
Daniel
Which,
Jones.
Huh?
Daniel Jones.
Oh yeah, benched.
I feel like he's been benched 3 times this year. When did he get benched today?
Yeah, this morning.
And they announced Tommy DeVito is going to be
I
starting.
will say, if Daniel Jones didn't play for the Giants, if he wasn't in the New York market, I would just never hear his name.
I would-
At this point, let's just as a guy that doesn't give a fuck about the Giants, Daniel Jones news goes in one ear and out the other for me. I just don't.
But is this the longest somebody's ever gone
6 years.
being the subject of will they bench him or won't he? It's gone back.
Yeah.
Say he was drafted in 18, right? Or 19. He was drafted in 19. So you can really start having those conversations in 20 or 21. And here we are 2024, they're still having that conversation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't keep up. I don't because
Yeah.
I don't care to keep up. The Giants are
Ebo,
pretty irrelevant.
you like your second team bounce back quarterback. So is Daniel Jones eligible?
not even. He doesn't. No.
All right. Mark, do you have a point about this?
His bounce back was during his tenure at the Giants.
Yeah,
this was supposed to be the bounce back.
What was
We're supposed to be
22?
witnessing the bounce back right now, and we're just not.
All right. TJ, do you have any thoughts about it?
I just thought it was interesting they're putting a third string in over Drew Lock.
Yeah.
They're just fully tanking.
Yeah.
Or they hate
Yeah.
Drew Lock.
Yeah.
They could hate Drew
Because
Lock.
They signed they're paying Drew Lock money. Millions.
Or Drew Lock's agent doesn't wear a fedora and hasn't had
Doesn't talk like this
15
sometimes.
Yeah, it doesn't go like this in a market that
Has never said
where that plays.
Has never said forget about it.
Yeah.
Ebo, any more on that?
On the Daniel Jones stuff.
Yeah,
You're good.
I think we can move on.
I think so.
That's just about all that needs to be said about
Yes, Connor.
Well, I was going to say, I one last question to put a bow on the whole quarterback. We were talking a lot about Josh Allen, MVP. You said Lamar Jackson was number 1 most watchable guy. Like, you have to watch him. Who would you say? I can't remember who you said.
I don't remember saying it.
Never mind then. I thought you said there was
Good
one
bow.
watchable guy, like, get you to a TV, and it was Lamar Jackson.
Well, Lamar's way up there, yeah.
I think now Josh Allen has solidified himself.
Josh Allen's been there too for a while.
You got to watch that.
And Mahomes too. Like I don't know if I ever said he most watchable, but in terms of watchable, yeah.
Was that Daniel Jones? What does that have to do with Daniel Jones?
I was just saying in terms
Just
of
putting the ball on the
quarterbacks,
whole quarterback?
Oh,
the
no,
overarching
you're-
theme of yesterday was
That's a big-
Josh
that's a
Allen.
Big bow, dude. Did you authorize that big of a bow? Can he tie that big of a bow?
I just wanted him to get the bow and
That's
get out
a
of here.
massive bow.
I was the bow tie guy.
How big of a bow was it?
It was pretty. It's pretty big.
You're right. Josh Allen is. Does Josh Allen have haters? I feel like he.
Yeah.
No, see,
Yeah,
definitely
doesn't.
does.
And it doesn't make any sense. Why? Why?
Because he hasn't won a Super Bowl.
Because he throws too
But
much.
yes,
Why? That's
He haven't won a Super Bowl haters.
permission to
Do-
pound
do
the
it.
desk like Brandon
Do it.
Walker.
Go.
In my day, those were the guys you loved. Those were the lovable underdogs. The guys you hated are the guys that won the Super Bowl. How do you hate the guys that haven't won the Super Bowl? In my day, you cheered for those guys. You want them to get over the hump.
I'm just saying.
Why do people hate the guy that hasn't won the Super Bowl? That's the guy you should be rooting for. And then when he wins the Super Bowl, you immediately in the snap of a finger go, fuck that guy.
There's a
Move on to the next guy.
There's a
At least for the
legion.
level of underdog.
There's a legion
Yes.
of critics that just sit around waiting for a guy to get good enough to be good enough to where it's a problem that he hasn't won the Super Bowl, and they love digging at that guy. They love digging at the golfers never won a major. They love digging at the baseball players never won a World Series. They love digging at the Super Bowl non-Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yeah.
The interception tricked y'all last year with Josh Allen. I think people look at the
Tricked us?
They tricked you all.
It tricked y'all because I think people in their dumb little football brain, they're like, oh, he threw a lot of interceptions. They must be bad. How you throw your interceptions matters. Not all interceptions are created equal.
Sure.
Sometimes you are challenging past the sticks on third down.
Yep.
And that's not as bad as an interception is on an early down and you just throw it to a guy right over the middle and it's a bad pass.
Sometimes it's an arm punt. It's
Yeah.
not a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's like important to take into account that. And also, this is back to Bo Nix. Like, what's up with Bo Nix? We do not give elite quarterbacks enough credit for how they deal with pressure. And Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes are the two greatest quarterbacks in the NFL at dealing with pressure.
Are you talking about external pressure? Or are you talking about actual pocket pressure?
Pocket pressure.
Okay.
Yeah, which may also lead to external pressure, I guess, to an extent. But pocket pressure is like the number
That
one.
was a good question because I didn't know either.
Yeah, I was being serious.
That's true. Yeah. Dealing with pressure in the pocket is like the number one skill that I think the average football watcher overlooks, and Josh Allen is maybe the best in the NFL right
And
now.
Mahomes too. Yeah.
And Bo Nix is maybe like third or fourth best at that. Every time I watch Bo Nix drop back, I'm like, oh, this guy's about to die, and then somehow it's like a 3-yard gain. Like, all right, well, that's an 8-yard swing.
That's putting a bow on the NFL conversation.
God damn it, Connor.
God damn it.
Am I real quick before we get to college football? Do you want to leave and join the candlelight vigil?
No, that already happened last night.
Well, I'm sure there will be one tonight.
No, there won't be.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Has this affected you at all, or?
Enlighten the audience, please, somebody.
Yeah, the McDonald's on College Ave in State College, Pennsylvania, is shut down permanently, and this was, you could say, the birthplace of my game day breakfast ritual. Closed down permanently. There's still the locations on North Atherton and South Atherton, and those are better stores in fairness. That one was never fully run properly. I should have stepped in and done something about it.
What would you have done? What would you have done?
I should have put my money where my mouth is and gone in there and signed up for and put in an application and got the $15 an hour that they were giving.
You should have gone and worked at McDonald's.
I should have worked at McDonald's
to save it.
Yes.
This is the second time in my memory that this has happened at Penn State.
Taco Bell, right?
Yeah, they did this for a Taco Bell, I believe. Like
that made national headlines.
6 years ago, where they like hundreds of people were at this candlelight vigil for this taco.
I have a picture of me at that vigil. Let me find it.
At the Taco Bell vigil?
Yeah.
Wait,
They had like a few.
there was seriously a vigil?
Yeah.
I thought you were joking, Brandon.
Long live McDonald's. McDonald's going to be fine, guys.
This is a staple of College Ave.
What?
Yeah, because, okay,
Fuck your high rise.
they're building another fucking high-rise apartment in downtown State College.
Wait, whoa. I just thought
In
this
Beacon?
McDonald's. I thought this McDonald's was closing. Okay, they're legitimately saying "fuck your high rise" and rallying
gonna be a
for a McDonald's.
The McDonald's is still going to...
No,
The McDonald's isn't going away.
They're rallying for McDonald's Corporation.
this is what's happening.
More locations
They're
than
putting
any.
a McDonald's in the high rise. The McDonald's is still going there.
You don't know when the high-rise is going to be there,
Oh my
Mark.
God, dude.
These high-rises, they keep building. It's more so we hate the high-rises that are going up
Oh
in
my
downtown
God.
State College.
I
There are too
cannot
many apartments, and then they're putting the McDonald's on the ground floor, but it's not going to have that same feel, and it's going to be years down the line, most likely.
Penn State fans have done irreparable damage.
This is the worst thing Penn State fans have ever done.
This season.
Let me find a picture
This
of it.
season has been the all-time worst Penn State fan season.
Well, this is more just for the meme. But trust me, there are so many,
Maybe not the all-time worst. Maybe
so
there
many
were-
memories
There
in
were
that
others.
very McDonald's. And
There's
now it's
been
gonna
some
be-
bad times.
But holy shit. I mean, one thing after another with you guys.
The Taco Bell.
Oh, yeah, that's the Taco Bell. I was there. Let me find it.
The McDonald's is closing for 20 seconds, and then they're going to reopen it as part of a high-rise. And you had a vigil for this.
Whoa, shit! I found it.
Oh, yeah, there I am.
How'd you find that?
Reddit CFB tweeted it.
Yeah, there I am. That's
Wait a minute.
What?
Hold on.
What is happening?
Connor's in the Reddit CFB.
How does
Baja
that-
Blast.
Baja forever.
Baja guy.
Give
How
him
does this
ad read.
happen every
Give him the ad
show?
read.
How is every show something to do with Connor?
Come do the ad
Read
read.
the ad.
Ad read.
How is every show something to do with Connor? Don't understand it.
The lore on this man.
He's got the deepest lore of all time.
Oh, man.
Holy shit.
Guys, you know what we need to get more of? Off our ass. With both flavors and a refreshing citrus kick. Mountain Dew will get you off your ass and have you feeling like you're on an actual mountain. Get off your ass.
Connor, what the?
Go to a candlelight vigil for a Taco Bell that's closing down. A mountain where the weather is always perfect. Your friends are ready to hang, and a day of epic proportions
Oh my
awaits.
God.
That was an epic day in State College back in 2019, or I believe that might have been 2020. I don't know. The mountain is calling. You should answer. Grab your friends. Grab an ice cold Mountain Dew wherever refreshing beverages are sold, and do the Dew. It's my favorite soda of all time, and I was there making sure that I was letting the people know that Baja will live on forever because it's the best soda in the game. I love Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
I don't. I don't know, man.
How does Connor Griffin have something for everything?
How?
It's every show now.
How is he just on the Reddit CFB tweet?
I was on the front lines.
Unbelievable.
Because also that was like right across the street from my dorm, and I saw that happen. I was like, oh yeah, let me grab my Baja Blast. And
Baja Blast was originally a Taco Bell exclusive, right?
yes, and then it became so popular that they put that shit in cans. They put it in bottles too, and they sold it at stores.
It's our special boy, man.
I really like the narrative of Connor Griffin and Steph Curry both being anti-affordable housing in their local neighborhood.
No, this is a common thing. They've like ruined the parking situation in downtown State College because they keep putting up these high rises. Now there are a bunch of different establishments that have closed down to put in these high rises. It's like
They're building a walkable city.
don't get me started on that shit. It's already walkable.
Describe Taco Bell for me in one sentence.
Oh my God.
Well, my favorite memories do come like almost strictly from Baja Blast. This is the drink that me and my friends, whenever we were out like 2 a.m., this was it. And this is the only place you can get it too. It's the only. They sell it in like bottles and cans, but it's only in the summertime. So this is the only place throughout the whole year that you can get Baja Blast. And it's really a shame.
They saw the vision.
Yeah. So I think it's a crisis here in State College and needs to be dealt with accordingly.
There you go. Tyler Miller just interviewed.
Yeah, Tyler Miller. Shout out Tyler Miller. That was before I worked with Penn State Parcel. That was the first time I ever met him.
So
That was the first time you ever
Yeah, it was-
interacted with Penn State and Barcel?
It was at the Taco Bell vigil. Yeah.
So
Connor might be Forrest Gump. You're just like there for everything. Every
ma'am, you dropped your book.
every event that's ever happened, you're just like there.
So your protest wasn't about Taco Bell. It was mainly just Baja Blast.
No, I also love the Taco Bell, but I wanted to not get it lost in the fold that, like, guys, we're losing Baja Blast here.
So do you want to leave now and get to McDonald's?
No, I can't.
There are multiple other McDonald's in this.
Yeah. Once, because I was really pissed off, because I told you the story last week about how that McDonald's that just closed changed their hours to where they had just eliminated breakfast entirely.
Yeah.
Once I got a car, then, yeah, I would just drive up to one of the Atherton Street locations, and it was fun.
Yeah, but if you had, like you said, if you had filled out that application and worked there,
Yeah.
maybe you could have changed the hours from the inside.
Yeah, probably. They didn't have enough staff. They were poorly run, but still, McDonald's on College Ave, a staple of State College culture.
Before we go any further, any other protests or events we might come to see you at later? Are there anything that we? I guess I'm trying
The
to ask you.
answer is yes. We
mean,
just don't know.
What do we not know?
I mean, Big Noon kickoff, there might be a protest for that, but otherwise, no.
Have you been at any other significant events in human history?
January 6th.
No, I was not there. I don't know. I'll think about it, but I don't think so. I don't think you'll find. I mean, yeah, I was gonna pull that picture up anyway, but I don't think you'll find anything on the internet about me being at places.
That's an underreported thing here. He was going to find that picture on his phone, and TJ just found it on the fucking internet.
Just found it. It's just Reddit CFB.
What did you search to find that, TJ?
Penn State Taco Bell.
And Connor was just right there.
Connor's top result. Connor's face just right there.
There we go.
March 1st, 2020. There we go.
Oh man,
College football.
yeah.
You said it was going to be a weekend you could take off if you're a college football fan. Maybe, you had something to do. You had whatever,
Yeah,
sometimes you got shit to do on a Saturday.
yeah.
in the
Pumpkin
fall.
cleaning.
Go clean your pumpkins.
Go clean your pumpkins.
Was it that weekend for you? Looking back on it now.
I got some clean ass pumpkins. in
Yeah,
my
there was
house.
kind of nothing really.
BYU
shake up that
losing
much.
is the only thing that really shakes anything up because that does eliminate the possibility Big 12 gets 2 teams, I think.
Yeah.
And that opens up. Now we are just headfirst. We're just going headfirst into this logjam of SEC teams that's going to squeeze. It could squeeze Indiana at some point. I don't know who all it's going to squeeze, but this logjam of SEC teams is going to be a problem for the SEC, for college football, if it doesn't sort itself out. And that happened when Georgia beat Tennessee. Obviously, Texas and Texas A&M is a gigantic game coming up. Because if Texas A&M beats Texas, I don't know what the fuck we do.
Texas has to be out.
Because right now we have 4 2-loss teams.
Yeah.
If that happened, we would have 6 2-loss teams in the SEC. And who fucking knows? And Texas, I agree.
Texas would have to be out.
And you guys, I really feel like every time I talk about schedule disparity and I talk about these teams that are getting away with not doing anything, you guys focus on when I say Indiana. But Texas is the real team who's kind of getting a free pass here. Texas has done nothing. They've beaten nobody. Their best wins are Michigan and Oklahoma. And those are not good wins at all. And if they beat A&M, that at least gives them a win, and they'll be fine because they'll be 11-1.
Yeah.
But if they fall to 10-2, I think they would fall directly down that list, all the way down.
They'd have to be out.
Because right now you have Ole Miss, Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama.
Because at what point this season, when you're watching Texas play, have you said to yourself, "God damn, that's a national title caliber team"?
And it was only, I believe, it was only against Michigan.
Like the first half of Michigan,
and that was
Michigan,
early in the season.
Yeah, and we thought Michigan might. We knew Michigan wasn't going to be national title good, but we thought Michigan would be even better than they are.
9-3 good.
Yeah,
something like that.
So then being up what were they up 24-3 at half or something like that? Texas was, I think.
It was a statement.
Yeah, that felt like holy shit, Texas is for real. And then ever since then, I haven't seen Texas look anywhere close to.
No, they sleepwalk against Arkansas on Saturday. They sleptwalk against Mississippi State. They sleptwalk against several other teams. They beat Florida pretty good, but Florida had the backup, the kid from Harvard or Yale or wherever he came from. They didn't have a quarterback that day.
For the record, we're defending Indiana because the groundwork is being laid for when Indiana loses on Saturday for them to be out of the playoff, and that's why there's pushback. I don't think Texas needs any help to be argued into the playoff. I don't think Penn State's going to need any help to be argued into the playoff. But Indiana has not lost a game yet, and the narrative has already started. When they lose on Saturday, and they will, the Buckeyes will win.
I think as long as they keep it within 2 or 3 TDs, I think they'll be fine.
If you can convince me that Indiana should be in the playoff if they keep it within 2 TDs, then I'll drop my sword and I'll be like, you know what, shit on Indiana's resume.
They lose 27-13 on Saturday. I think they're in the playoff.
All right.
But Mark, if they lose 52-0, if they lose
Sure.
59-6,
sure, which I hope they do.
Right.
I very much hope
I
they
think
would
that's
be
a
awesome.
conversation worth having because they will have had 0 wins, and the one time I think they'll keep it close because I think they are pretty good. But if they do open the door for that discussion will happen.
Yeah.
And it's going to be because the SEC is too big of a mess right now, and they're going to try to make room for Tennessee. They're going to try to because right now.
But that's what I think. That's where the sensitivity from Indiana people is coming from. Is that there's a very concentrated effort from the South that they're seeing the landscape. They're seeing a lifeboat that doesn't have enough spots, and they're trying to grab Indiana and chuck them off the lifeboat before Indiana's even lost.
Well.
And so I think Indiana fans are like, what the fuck?
The answer for Indiana fans is you need to do something. You need to achieve something. You need to put something tangible out there, even if that's a respectable loss against Ohio State.
Yeah, and I think Texas is in the same boat, and I think
I agree. And
so, but if
Penn State's getting a free ride here too.
So if we're going to talk about Indiana that way, I think you should talk about Texas that way.
I've been doing it the whole time.
I'm saying not just that Texas hasn't beaten anybody. I'm saying forecasting the future. If Texas goes to Kyle Field and gets their asses handed, get the fuck out of the playoff.
Get
the fuck out of the playoff.
That's the issue. Texas,
but nobody's saying that.
Texas beating A&M gives them the win that they can hang their hat on to and lets them cruise into the playoff. Them losing to A&M will immediately shine a light on the fact that they haven't done anything.
Yes,
and I think they would need to drop all. I'd put them dead last in all the 2-loss SEC teams if they join that ranks. If they stay above those ranks, I don't know what you're going to be able to do because they will, and they're going to beat A&M. They'd be 11-1, and then they'd have the conference championship game, which they could win too. So they've got plenty of opportunity to add to their resume, which doesn't exist right now.
Yeah,
Indiana doesn't have plenty of opportunity. They got one shot. They got one shot, and that's keeping it respectable against Ohio State. Yes, Ebo.
To cease everything they've ever wanted.
Mm-hmm.
11-1 Indiana.
One moment.
11-1 Penn State.
Will they capture it?
Yeah.
11-1 Notre Dame.
Just let it slip.
Their arms are heavy.
Mom spaghetti.
Ebo, what are you doing?
Indiana will have one loss at Ohio State.
Yeah.
Penn State's one loss will be at home versus Ohio State.
Yeah.
And Notre Dame's one loss will be to Northern Illinois.
Yeah.
How do you sort those? It has to be Indiana one.
Well, again, Penn State's loss was at home. It was also by a touchdown. They got turned away, 4th and goal at the 2-yard line.
Let's just, for argument's sake, let's assume
that was a hell of a game.
Let's assume the spread. What's the spread for the game
spread.
Saturday?
11.5.
It's 11.5.
Yeah, around 2 touchdowns.
So let's just assume
28-17.
Yeah. Let's assume that's what the score is. Now speak on this hypothetical. Let's just
I don't know that we need to speak on this hypothetical because every single one of those teams is getting in.
Okay.
Notre Dame already feels like they have their spot taken care of. Indiana, as long as they don't, step onto a rake like Sideshow Bob this week, they'll be in. Penn State's in. Like I don't know that we got to worry about all that.
It feels like Alabama's in too, no matter what, right?
Yeah, and I think Georgia's in now. And Georgia's in a spot where they probably won't have to play the SEC championship game.
Yeah.
But Georgia should be. Georgia's schedule has been so out of whack with everybody else's schedule that even though they've got 2 losses, they've got more accomplishment than anybody else. It's been a weird year where so many teams have just not had to do anything, and we got to figure out a way to get this thing more even across the board.
We have to figure
and
it out.
I don't know how you're going to do that.
We have to figure it out.
I don't know how you're going to do it. It's not
The
possible.
minds in this room could figure it out. We have to.
We're worried about State College McDonald's right now. I'm not worried about college
One
football.
problem at a time.
I will say,
I sent TJ another Connor McDonald's.
Again, there's a vigil to save a restaurant of the biggest corporation in
Yeah.
America.
Yeah.
it's that.
Grassroots.
That's not even losing their branch.
It's-
They're
Right.
they're going to
It's a
still
grassroots
going to be
campaign
McDonald's at that spot.
to stop to protect the biggest corporation in America.
The Penn State people are going to put a plaque in the new McDonald's that says there used to be a McDonald's here. And it's going to be in 5 years when you go
Wow.
to McDonald's, there'll be a plaque that's
Just,
like,
you know.
there used to be a very important McDonald's that stood here.
So
And it's going to be very confusing.
Connor's going to carry his kids on freshman orientation weekend.
Yes.
And they're gonna go in and say, "Son, you know what was here a long time ago? What's that, Dad? There was a McDonald's. Now, what do you want on your quarter pounder?"
It's just some college kids having fun. I don't see anything wrong with it. Oh, well, this
no.
has,
What is this?
this has music in it that's copyrighted. It's Olivia Rodrigo. It was a
No!
it was a spoof of her music video. This is also, you can see I have the diaper on my chin with the COVID. But that was when they temporarily closed because of COVID, and that was a popular video that we made back in Barstool, Penn State Barstool.
Now, how long?
He's already protested the closing once.
How long was your drive to the second McDonald's?
About
Mile and a half.
6 minutes, but that was a walk right down the street.
Clean shaven.
Clean shaven, yeah, with a
I have a confession.
COVID diaper.
I have a confession, Connor.
What?
Saturday, I went to the Ohio State game at Wrigley Field.
Yes.
Woke up. There's a trendy little breakfast spot close to the house that we like to go to on weekends. 11 a.m. kickoff. Very early. I don't need to tell you that.
Yes.
Very early kickoff.
Yes.
We wake up. We say, why don't we go get a bite before we head to Wrigley Field? We try to go to the trendy spot. The white women beat us there.
Yeah.
It is packed full of the white women.
It's difficult.
We didn't make a reservation, and we're just like, fuck. And they said the wait time's gonna be about 30-40 minutes. We're like, fuck. We gotta get
I like where this is going.
we gotta get a full belly before we head to the game. What are we going to do? We went to McDonald's. We pulled the Connor Griffin.
Nice. Thank you.
Buckeyes
Thank you
won.
for telling me that.
Buckeyes won.
Yeah.
Went to McDonald's. Got a sausage McMuffin. Is that what I got?
Sausage McMuffin, no egg. The
Except I got egg.
Oh.
Of course, obviously. Why would you? It's a breakfast sandwich. Why would you not get egg on your breakfast sandwich?
I texted the group during that game. It was on the Big Ten Network. I don't know how many people were watching. It looked awesome on TV. I loved the look of it in Wrigley.
Yeah, it was definitely a cool visual. I would describe it as your wife meeting your mistress is how I felt. I love Wrigley Field. It's my favorite stadium on planet Earth. I love the Ohio State Buckeyes, my favorite football team on planet Earth. But it was also like I don't think these two really belong together. After the third quarter when they sing the 7th inning stretch.
They did that?
Yeah, I was a little like I was in like bizarro world of like what the fuck is going on right now.
In baseball parlance, where were your seats? Oh, I see. Your seats are right
there.
Yeah, so you're on the right field line.
Right field. Actually, those were Tate seats. I had seats more. I went and met him later, but I had seats on the opposite 30-yard line, but still on this side, if that makes sense, like closer to home plate.
Yeah.
Down. They were good seats on the seating chart. Thank you to Game Time. Great seats. But also the sight lines were just like weird because it was like the I don't know if anybody watched it. The Carnell Tate had a touchdown in the right corner where he caught it and like twisted as he was diving into the end zone.
Yeah, we didn't see it.
You couldn't see.
You couldn't see it on TV either. Yeah. Could not, like the ball just like disappears and you're like I don't. And then like the section of Ohio State fans like over on the other side that did have an angle just goes crazy. And then the rest of the stadium's like, we're going crazy? Touchdown? Okay, I guess we'll all go crazy. Couldn't see shit.
I love that Game Time was able to take care of our Barstool talent and our.
Yeah, that was basically my view as well.
Game Time was able to take care of you and Tate and Mincy to go to this game.
Three biggest Buckeyes.
Make sure they were.
No, he was at this game this week.
He was, yeah.
I'd love to see the stats on who Game Time has helped the most because I feel like Mincy's probably spent $2 million with them.
You're probably right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It was cool though. It was a cool visual, but it was a bizarre viewing experience for sure. And I'm not dying for Ohio State to ever do that again. I don't want the next time we play Northwestern to be there, but I think other fan bases experiencing that once would be, Northwestern. I'm pro that series, but I'm also like, all right, that was weird.
We got ours.
We got ours. Let's not do that again.
But also, Ohio State played a football game within 15-minute walk of your house.
That was pretty cool.
That's got to be
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not coming to my house. They're not playing in my league.
Yeah. All that's cool. Yeah. Like I said, it's just wife and mistress meeting, which and you know this, Brandon. You do not want that to happen.
It's awkward.
You know that.
It's awkward at best.
When that happens, it's like I enjoy both.
Because they've known about each other for a while.
Yeah.
And they are sisters. So, I mean, they know each other.
I like having sex with them both.
No, I don't even want to participate in that joke. Sorry.
Too far.
Yeah, too far, Brandon.
Too far.
Not much in college football. BYU loses.
Oregon had a close one.
Oregon had a close one, but that's one of those. Oregon's been so strong this year that I think everybody gets one. Everybody gets one. Like Ohio State got theirs against Nebraska. Everybody gets one where you just kind of come out, you're uninspired, and you get through it, you survive.
Emotions, yeah.
So in a year where we're picking hairs about strength of schedule and everything,
We're picking hairs, yep.
Does Penn State's 28-13 win with a backup quarterback at Wisconsin look any better now because of Oregon going in there?
No, I don't think about it for a second.
Okay. Just wanted to check.
I don't. Again, Penn State's so safely in that I'm not even worried about parsing out their schedule or anything like that.
Okay.
Who they got left?
At Minnesota this week.
That's tricky.
Yes, I've been
You've been saying
that for a while. I'm nervous about this game. I am not looking past this at all. And then Maryland at home to end the year. We'll spank them.
Yeah, you'll spank them.
We always do.
And then you'll be good. And then you won't have to play in the big.
All the good Big Ten teams have beaten Maryland, I think.
Are you guys? If Indiana beats Ohio State, do you guys get in? What's that tiebreaker situation?
To the conference championship?
Yeah. Well, no, because Indiana would be
No.
undefeated. What am I saying?
Yeah, and then Oregon
What am
would
I
still be
saying?
on the picture.
The,
If Oregon had lost to Wisconsin,
what am I saying?
then it would have gotten interesting, but I don't know the full tiebreaker.
I was just trying to figure out a situation where you guys can get into the Big Ten championship.
You were creating a one-loss a tiebreaker with all the one-loss teams, but Indiana and Oregon would be zero-loss
Right.
teams.
Yeah.
Duh.
So it was
we're
really
not-
fucking
So that was
stupid.
pretty stupid. So if Indiana loses to Purdue, who might be the worst power conference team of all time,
Dude, they're bad.
That would make it tricky.
They're really bad.
that would make it tricky. Yeah, that would make it very tricky.
That would be hilarious.
Purdue's so bad.
I felt so bad for Jim Nantz and Gary Danielson, who are so used to calling big-time 3:30 games
You
in
mean
the
Brad
SEC.
Nessler?
Jim Nantz was calling it?
Sorry, not Jim Nantz.
Oh.
Brad Nessler. Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson, who are so used to the 3:30 SEC slot being like epic, like Georgia, Alabama. They're calling Penn State versus 1-8 Purdue yesterday or 2 days ago. It was bad.
Well, this McDonald's thing has you all out of sorts.
I know. Yeah, my mind's just going crazy.
What about promotion relegation within the conferences? What about,
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I understand why.
I don't think so.
You guys wouldn't be relegated.
I don't think so.
You guys wouldn't be relegated. You would just stay at the bottom.
I don't think
You'd
so.
stay where you're at.
I don't think so.
We should do it regionally.
What about I don't think so? Do y'all not understand?
So the Sun Belt
This is
winner.
good for you, dude. You're actually going to win games now.
I don't think so.
Okay. You want Mississippi State to just get their ass whooped by
I don't think so.
Ole Miss and Bama every year when you could
Well, that game hasn't happened yet.
you could be playing fucking dog shit.
Yeah, you could play the
Other
Sun
dog-
Belt winner and
Sun-
prove how much
yeah.
better you are.
I don't.
Right.
I don't think so.
So Mississippi
Yeah.
State versus the Sun Belt winner is
Stop.
the bowl game at the end of the season. That's what bowl
Why would
season
you not
should
want
become.
JMU sucks too.
Yeah, we do suck, but we're 8-2. It's 2 people voted us into the AP top 25.
Winning is
They have
better
not
than
lost
losing,
yet.
Brandon. Why would you not want to win?
I don't think so.
Trying to help you. Help me help you.
I do like relegation promotion in college sports.
All right.
What about within the conference? So you have the top half.
How's that work?
You make
You
Super
just
League.
make 2 conferences within one where it's like it's Big Ten shit, Big Ten good. Those are the divisions. It's
I'd hate
divisions.
to be in Big Ten shit.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
Big
what it
Ten
used to be. It was legends and leaders, right?
Yeah,
The
that's
legends
pretty much
are
what it
the good
was. That's
ones.
pretty much what it was. Yeah, and it's Big Ten. So then this way you don't have the problem of, and then the Big Ten shit is like they're not. If you win the Big Ten shit, you don't actually get to go to the playoff. You just now
You play last place in the Big Ten good.
to
and
be
for
in the
your
Big
bowl
Ten
game.
good.
That's
yeah,
your bowl game.
To be in the Big Ten good next year.
All right. Listen. Hero is too big of a word, I think. Legend is possible. Let me back up. During the history of this show, we've had 2 of our people on this show go to College Game Day, ESPN show where everybody has signs. And the first one was Ebo. And Ebo was going to JMU, and I pulled some strings, got Ebo on a private plane, said, I'll take care of this for you, but you just I believe I paid for it. And all you got to do is take this Mostly Sports family sign and get it on College Game Day.
Yeah,
It's reasonable.
yeah.
He failed.
Very easy thing to do, by the way.
Yeah.
Thousands of kids seem to get their signs on College Game Day every week.
He failed miserably. But then, if I know anybody who's going to take care of it,
Mhm.
if I know anybody who's got family running through his veins,
Mhm.
Connor Griffin.
Yeah.
Connor Griffin goes to game day at Penn State.
Never went.
And let's just get Connor Griffin goes to Penn State while game day is there.
Yes.
Well, Big Noon Kickoff is there as well, which I know is
So
not
many
the same
shows.
stature
Definitely
as
did
Game
not
Day,
go
but
to
it's
that
also-
So many shows.
But it's also still a nationally broadcast
But instead
Nobody's
of
watching that.
going,
broadcast
instead of going
game show.
to one of these shows and getting the sign on there, he doesn't do that. He opts to not do that. So that's 0 for 2 and getting our Mostly Sports sign on a huge audience, which would probably be the biggest show in America right now.
Yep.
Be us in The View. Well, a hero has stepped up because I took a gigantic sign to WWE SmackDown the other night. It was huge. It was mammoth and
It was also very easy to read, which is important.
very easy to
for a
read.
sign, yeah.
Can we see this? Look at that. Family. So it says family right there.
That Brock Lesnar guy, 2 guys here, right? Or-
I don't know who Brock Lesnar guy is. The announcers knew who I was, and they knew who that guy was. So that guy did know him. Yeah. So that's me holding up the family.
It's in
sign.
Milwaukee.
It's in Milwaukee. Yeah.
Who won?
WWE. But yeah, family. I did it.
Those are 6 seats.
I did it. WWE takes care of me. That was also good because my daughter was sitting beside me, and the one announcer's head blocked her perfectly.
That's great.
That was awesome.
Worked out
Yeah.
wonderfully.
Yes, Connor.
Good job, Brandon.
Yes, Connor.
Michael Cole is now regarded as like the top announcer in WWE
Sure.
history, right?
He is probably still not regarded as the top in WWE history, although he is a lot more beloved than he used to be.
Yeah.
And he is the older statesman, and he has achieved that. And I wouldn't rule out that he is called the GOAT at some point. But Jim Ross probably still.
Yeah,
the GOAT.
JR's got to be the guy, right?
Jim Ross or Gorilla Monsoon.
Okay. I was thinking for whatever reason that Jim Ross was never like the play-by-play. He was just the guy who added the color. But I guess that was just in my later years.
Earlier, did he say, "Oh, I'm a '90s baby"? Did he say
Yeah,
that? Did he say that to us?
Kind of did say that.
Yeah.
That's-
Because
No.
there's no '90s baby, no self-respecting '90s
There
baby
is
on
just
earth.
no fucking world where you would believe such a thing.
When
I'm close to kicking you out of the goddamn.
when I
There is-
was when I was watching WWE, yeah, he was like an extra guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing, Connor. When we were watching it, and along with every fucking body else, we noticed that Jim Ross was the guy.
Was the guy.
Yeah.
He's the guy.
I still love him,
But
You don't really love him, though.
but I just didn't know the full lore around him.
What college does he represent?
Is it in Texas?
What's his trademark? Apparel?
Well, he wears a cowboy hat.
What color is it?
Brown, black, and he goes, "By God," he does that.
Say it again.
I've never heard of this guy. This guy's made up.
He goes, "By God." No, I can't do it.
No, because the way they spell it is not how he says it.
I think you're
He
you're thinking of Ebenezer Scrooge.
he hates Triple H. He goes, "Triple H,
Stop saying things.
you son of a bitch."
Stop saying things. You just saw a clip last week,
I see old clips, but I never knew that he was like the guy.
even though he is the one on the
guy.
clips.
He's the one on every clip. Every
No,
clip
because
is
it's like
shit.
compilation.
God is my witness. He
It's
broke
broken in half. Austin.
Yeah, you
Austin.
could be like the side color guy doing that type of shit. But I didn't know.
Can I hit him? Can I hit him?
Connor, you have to shut the fuck up.
Okay.
You have to. Heisman race over? Travis Hunter win it?
I don't think it's over. I still think although there's been this bizarre erasing of Cam Ward since he was on a bye week. And I know he lost last week, but they didn't lose because of him. I still think it's Genty, Hunter, and Cam Ward with Hunter in the lead right now. But,
Yeah, I do know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do know.
I don't think it's over, but I think if it were given away today, he would win it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's basically over, right?
I don't think it's over.
So I'm going to turn away from Brandon to the couch.
It's not over.
Okay.
It's not over.
Not over.
It's not over.
If Colorado does, I think Genty can still work his way into this, where it's like he maybe one of these weaker Mountain West teams down the stretch, he drops like a 300-yard game or something.
You don't think if Cam Ward gets Miami to 11-1 and still gets them to the playoff, I know they lost their last game, still gets them to the playoff and like goes crazy in the conference championship game, he can make a statement?
I don't think you know what, Brandon?
What?
That could happen.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna. I don't think they're the best team in the ACC. I think there's two teams better than them.
You think SMU and Clemson are both better?
Yeah. Pitt's I think they're right there with Pitt at 3.
Colorado's got Kansas and Oklahoma State, I think,
Yeah.
are the last two.
Yeah.
Kansas
is you talk about a fuck shit up
Yep,
team.
they're a fuck shit up team.
They
for sure.
fucked Iowa State up a weeks ago. They fucked up who they just fuck up? BYU.
Yeah, so I guess if Colorado, because a lot of Travis Hunter's Heisman candidacy hinges on Colorado being way better than anybody expected them to be. And if he did everything exactly the same way he's been doing it, and they were, 2 games under 500 right now, I don't think he's in the Heisman discussion, right? So if he fucks it up, if Colorado fucks it up down the stretch, maybe there's a way.
He's weird in that
Loses it.
his entire he makes plays, but his candidacy is just in how unique he is and the fact that he's playing every snap and he's playing both ways. Because him as a receiver isn't Heisman level. Him as a cornerback is very, very, very good, but it's not Heisman level either. But the package of him, so really all he has to do is show up and play, not get hurt, and finish these games and play every snap. And I think that's what wins him the Heisman.
Are you accusing right now the Heisman Trophy of becoming a participation award in 2024?
Didn't say that at all.
Okay.
Didn't say that at all.
And because it might be becoming a participation.
But I did think there was a weird moment the other day when Travis Hunter got that interception and Twitter and social media blew up, said, oh, my God, interception, give him the Heisman, hand him the Heisman right now. Like, that interception was not a play even made by Travis Hunter. He was trailing the play. It was a balloon of a throw. The other DB knocked it in the air, and it knocked it to him. He ran under it, and he got it. But he's probably made 50 better plays this year than that one. That certainly wasn't a Heisman moment, but we treated it like it was.
Yeah.
Against Zach Wilson's brother.
His Heisman moment should probably be when he forced a fumble on a 4th down, or I can't remember who they beat.
Yeah, that was Baylor, right? That was the Baylor, the Hail Mary in the rain to send it to overtime, and then in overtime,
yes,
Hunter at the goal line punched it out. Yeah, forced a fumble. Yeah, that was a pretty good Heisman moment. I don't know. He's incredible. I think
he's gonna win it.
The Hunter hate,
but it's not over.
The detractors point to snaps being his number one stat. I would say his number one thing is just cool as fuck plays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's his number one thing. It's just cool because he had a catch.
Oh, the catch was amazing.
The catch in quadruple coverage. He just does shit like that every week.
He jumped up over everybody.
Yeah.
The run they had it was a 5-yard run, but he had to go backwards before he went forwards. That was incredible. He did the Heisman pose twice.
I can't. I don't understand how. I mean, I'm nothing to take away against Ashton Genty, but I don't understand how you could tear down Travis. I've been waiting for a player
who's torn down Travis Hunter.
I didn't say you did.
Okay, but who has?
A lot of people that want Ashton Genty to win the Heisman seem to be.
Ashton Genty also deserves.
I've seen a lot of Travis Hunter's number, his stats aren't good. Is kind of the argument, and it's his
That's
stats
a bad
aren't good
argument.
because he's playing both sides of the ball.
That's a bad argument,
and he's fucking awesome at both. If he locked in on just being a cornerback, he'd probably be the best in the country.
But
if he locked in on being a receiver, he'd be certainly a top 10 receiver.
I don't think a pro Ashton Genty argument is necessarily a negative Travis Hunter argument. Genty does deserve.
No, I'm not saying a pro
Genty
is, Brandon. I'm speaking specifically to the if you see a Travis Hunter highlight.
Why are you hollering?
Because you've got me hollering because there will be a highlight where Travis Hunter will make a fucking play and people will say that's not a Heisman moment. That is what they'll say. They'll have an interception and there will be people.
Yeah, but that wasn't.
A lot of people will be saying that was a great play and there will be people that will say no, it's not.
Why are you hollering?
There will be people that will say no, it's not. No, I think this is what the Heisman Trophy. I've been waiting my whole life for a guy like this to win the Heisman Trophy. I've been waiting a guy that plays both ways, is a freak athlete, a guy that isn't just a standard best quarterback on best team type situation.
Yeah.
And we kind of got that in 2 guys. I mean, Genty's not, on the best team in the country.
Yeah, he's not your standard Heisman winner.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson and Jake Paul.
Nah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
I didn't watch.
Can I ask one question?
I tried and I couldn't. I
couldn't either.
Couldn't watch. I couldn't get Netflix to load.
Can I ask one question about Mike Tyson? The viral video and picture screenshot of him walking away with his ass out.
Mm-hmm.
How'd that work? What was he wearing in the front?
He was wearing a boxing cup.
And his ass.
So he didn't have his shorts on yet?
Correct.
But he had his belt, his shorts belt.
That's like part of the cup.
That's cool.
Oh, so the shorts and that big thick thing that go around your waist are not together.
Looks like this.
Oh, he was just wearing that.
Yeah.
So when they started the interview, did the reporter not know that?
It was set up. It was a clip farm.
Oh, I see.
They engineered a viral moment, and at the expense of embarrassing Mike Tyson.
I saw a lot of chatter about Tyson's nipples.
I didn't see the nipple talk.
He's got some long nips, huh?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
He's got some just like
I didn't know that.
yeah. He's just got
Has
some
he always had long nips, or are they long now?
super long like pencil erasers. Just
Or is nips like fingernails? You got to cut them back every now and then?
that seems to be what people were saying. Again, I could not watch the fight. My Netflix was saying an error has occurred over and over and over.
I got home after SmackDown at like 10:30, so the fight was going to happen in 30 minutes. And by this time, everybody was watching the undercard, so I just tried to sign into Netflix, and it literally just said LOL.
Yeah.
Said, are you fucking serious,
Yeah.
bro?
Come on, bro. Forget about it, cut. Come on.
They have NFL on Christmas Day. Good luck.
Oh, that's right.
Good luck.
They got
Oh,
WWE coming
they gotta
up.
figure their
Yeah.
shit out. They got to figure their shit out. What else is going on? In the world of
Inside
sports?
the motherfucking NBA.
Oh, yeah.
Inside the NBA
Not dead.
is not dead and is being licensed to ESPN ABC next season. Now, this is objectively good news. Will ESPN know how to handle this?
Does the ESPN show go away? Does their
I would think so.
desk show? It has to, right?
Or at least get pulled back in major fashion or some way. I don't know.
Yeah. It's bad. Like, this is a million times better.
Also, I don't think Ernie and Shaq and Chuck are going to work every night now. They're still probably going to do what?
And they're going to work out of Atlanta. They're going to stay.
I would
it's
think
going to
so.
be produced by Turner and just shown on ESPN, right?
I think so.
It's got to be.
Yeah,
ESPN has to leave their fingers off of this
And I believe
Correct.
There's,
100% of the time.
there's a trade involved as well.
They get
where-
13 Big 12
Yeah.
games?
TNT will receive, I guess, ESPN produced football games.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
for the Big 12.
So but when Chuck and Shaq get going, and when Chuck's like all the women in San Antonio are fat, is ESPN gonna issue an apology to San Antonio? Like that's not.
Well, that my fear is that if ESPN's people are in the production room, they will 100% be in the earpiece like
stop.
stop it, Ernie, pull away. Like
Don't do
go
that
to
shit.
commercial. Yeah, you cannot do that shit. But yeah, they probably will issue.
It's not gonna work. That is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's
Stay the fuck away, ESPN. You could show it, but you get zero creative control, and that
Correct.
will work.
Yes.
Yeah, that could work. And also, your little what do they call it? NBA Countdown? That's the ESPN show. Get it out of here.
Get it out of here.
Get it out of here. NBA news: the Cleveland Cavaliers have in fact started 15-0.
Mm-hmm.
It has happened. The big matchup against Boston is tomorrow night.
Do you want to read their entire schedule?
I think we wait to see
Okay.
what happens Tuesday. I think tomorrow night is the night, though. That when we were initially talking about it, we said if they can get to 15-0, they might have something because they will be going to Boston. And now here we are. They are going to Boston tomorrow. 15-0. A lot of chatter in the NBA, by the way, about the refs. No, there always is. but
Why?
like,
Well, why now?
I don't know. In the last week or so, the temperature has been turned up. Is that a good way of saying it?
So
It
I
seems
s-
like a lot of coaches are in press conferences bitching about it.
I saw the Celtics won, and then the NBA came back later and said, "Oh yeah, Jason Tatum on his game-winning three he traveled." Thanks a lot, NBA. Appreciate it.
I mean,
Wish
there's
you had sent 3 guys there with whistles that could have stopped it.
always bitching about the refs, but it feels like there's more mainstream bitching, I should say. More of the official accounts and the coaches and everything are getting upset with the officiating going on. Only other thing I had, the Brownsburg Bulldogs on Friday. Brownsburg was number 1 all season, Brandon.
Yeah.
We lose the last regular season game of the year because we're
Oh,
playing.
no.
We're
Oh,
playing
no.
for nothing. We're playing for nothing. We already clinched. Resting the starters. I'm sure. So we lose the number 1 ranking. The number 1 ranking then goes to Lawrence North, which is a high school that has produced Greg Oden. It has produced Mike Conley. It has produced a lot of great basketball players. I'm not really sure of the football history they have, but in this moment, they are the number 1 team in the state. We're in the We're in the Elite 8 of the high school state tournament. Brownsburg's hosting. The number 1 team is undefeated. We are down by 7 in the fourth quarter. We score a touchdown with 13 seconds left. Our coach says, and you'll know what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
Boom!
Boom.
Puts
Balls
him
on
on
the
the table. Goes for 2. We get it, and we beat the number 1 team in the state to move on to the Final Four.
No shit.
The Dogs are moving on to the Final Four.
Well, the playoffs started for us on Friday night. West Point Green Wave started defense of their 12th state championship with a 41-0 win over Yazoo City.
Yazoo City, huh?
Yeah. A famous alum of Yazoo City, Connor.
Macklemore.
He's from Seattle.
There's a reason I'm pointing at you, Connor.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Played for the Eagles. Connor.
Played for the Eagles.
Fletcher?
Oh, it's Fletcher Cox.
Fletcher Cox.
Okay, there we go.
Fletcher Cox. How did Ebo get that before you?
Well, I was trying to think in my head of like Mississippi State.
Is Macklemore
I was
there?
thinking maybe it
Yeah,
was
maybe-
Darius Slay for
we
a
should-
second.
We should double check that Macklemore's not there.
And Kenny Gainwell.
Oh
Oh, yeah, they were on the same team. No, they weren't.
Whoa.
no,
They might have been.
Gainwell was way younger.
Gainwell's way younger. They were on the same team in different years. A lot of guys. Yazoo City's a good town.
Zig Zig.
Nick
What?
Hardwick is NFL center who played for the San Diego Chargers. He went to Lawrence North.
Nick Hardwick?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Did you see the Greg Oden, Frank the Tank clip about the AAU team?
I did, yeah.
That was funny.
That was funny.
Yeah,
That's good.
it's really funny.
That was really funny. Yeah.
That was funny.
I'm getting. I made a bet with Greg, and since he lost, he's got to come on the show now.
Really?
Yeah,
'Cause since he lost?
Because
Nothing.
he's doing. You can't say the word since he. anymore. Strike that from your
That one's out.
vocabulary. Yeah, he's gonna come on the show. He's got to come to Chicago and buy me dinner, and then come on the show.
Nice.
So that's how that's gonna work. It feels like you have something to say.
He's coming to
but-
Chicago to buy us dinner and then be on the show?
No. He's gonna buy me dinner, and then
He's buying the whole – well, he's already had dinner with Ebo and Connor.
That is true.
Got wine drunk. It was a good time.
You did or he did?
I did. He was not wine drunk.
He was fine. Yeah.
No one loved Connor Griffin's cum shot joke more than Greg Oden.
That is true.
You told it at the table at my.
He thought it was the funniest thing he ever heard.
Yeah, because your one buddy, he was like, "Oh, Connor, like he has a great cum shot joke. Like, tell the people." And then everybody at the table was like, "Yeah, we kind of want to hear it."
Oh,
now."
that's right. Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
I had one question. James Harden yesterday passed Ray Allen to be second all time in NBA history in 3-pointers made. How does that make you feel?
I feel nothing about it.
Okay.
Was Reggie Miller there to commemorate the occasion? Like he was for he was there for like 3 years. Like anytime someone passed someone else in 3-pointers, like Reggie would be there.
I don't think he was there. No, he might have been. I'm
Very
gonna double check.
confusing.
Uh,
Remember Reggie Miller?
I saw James Harden say that he should be considered number one because Steph is number one, and that's just that's not reachable.
Yeah,
So
which makes no fucking sense whatsoever, James.
yeah, but James Harden. So
You know what's staggering? You know who number 8 on the 3-point shots all time made list is?
Yao Ming.
Wemby.
It is Wemby. It's Victor Wembanyama. LeBron James.
Right.
LeBron has a chance to be like top 5, I think.
LeBron James has a chance to be top 5 in
That's
Almost
fucking
everything.
crazy.
Yeah.
For most of his career, he was that was considered like a weakness of his is
Yeah.
that he can't really shoot threes, which is not a weak, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
Probably the best part of his game now is just
yeah, that's what he does best.
offensive game at least. Like he's a
Yeah, but Kobe's looked at as the sharpshooter, right?
Yeah,
LeBron James, his 3-point percentage has always been better than Kobe's.
if you were guarding LeBron 1-on-1, and you're like, I have to pick something to give up.
Yeah.
I would let him shoot.
And he pulls out for 3, you're like, oh, thank goodness.
Thank God he's just gonna settle for a 3, and he's number 8 all time, and he's about to pass Kyle Korver. Now Clay's playing actively, so they're just gonna move up together. But I think he could get Reggie.
I don't know how many threes he has in a season.
Ray Allen is
20,
gonna like
20 seasons and
Ray Allen's gonna end up
20.
like plummeting out of the top 25, right?
Yeah.
Like just the way that like
yeah,
LaMelo Ball is gonna be above Ray Allen at some point because LaMelo Ball shoots like 12 threes a game.
Yeah. That's why I asked the question. 'Cause
Jason Tatum probably. I mean, like all these guys.
there were a lot of people who were pissed, like, oh, James Harden just spams 3-pointers, and Ray Allen, like, you know, the purists were really mad when they saw him pass. But I was just curious.
no, the specialist is definitely gone.
Yeah.
The idea of
Well, Ray Allen's
Ray
weird
Allen.
too because I don't know how much attention you were paying when Ray Allen was. You probably were paying a lot of attention when Ray Allen was still in college.
Yeah.
But he wasn't when he entered the league. He wasn't viewed as a 3-point
No, he was a
specialist.
scorer, yeah.
He was a
He was a
scorer. He
scorer,
was
yeah.
a Grant Hill type, like do everything guy, and then he just morphed into like an assassin.
yeah. I'm worried as a white guy who can't do anything else on the floor. I'm worried about guys like me. I think we're extinct. I think the days of like
I do worry about the white guys.
I think the days of like you can't do shit, but boy, you can knock down threes, and we really need that right now. those guys, because everybody can hit threes. We don't,
Yeah,
That-
that's all you can do.
That window closed on Duncan Robinson faster than anyone in the history
Yeah.
of the NBA. He was like, got a massive contract from the Heat, and now he plays like 2 minutes a night.
That being said, I did go see the Bucks last week in person, and they brought a guy off the bench named AJ Green. Is that his name?
Mhm.
And he bombed 5 threes, and I was mesmerized the entire time. I was like, this guy's the future of basketball.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have no idea who he is.
He started the
Jack
season
Oden.
like 19 of 21 from 3 or something
Yeah.
like that.
Ugliest form you've ever seen, too. All right.
That's the show.
Wait.
So you guys.
The MLB did just announce their 2025 Hall of Fame class. If you want to yes or no them.
Yeah, let's do that real quick.
Yeah, very good. There's
Get out
nothing
here.
left on the sheet.
Oh, these are the finalists.
This is the ballot. Not
Bobby
the class.
Abreu.
All right,
These
Bobby.
are the eligible players.
Yeah.
Bobby Abreu.
We're
yes.
doing the Mark Titus voting
Yes.
method? Okay.
All right, Bobby Abreu's
Yes.
an actual no. Beltran's a yes.
Yes. Burley, yes.
No.
Fargo, yes.
No.
Curtis Granderson, yes.
No.
Felix Hernandez,
Yes.
Torrey Hunter, yes.
Maybe.
Adam Jones, yes.
No.
Andrew Jones,
Yes.
Ian Kinsler has
No.
to be. Russell Martin, yes.
No.
Brian McCann,
no.
no.
Dustin Pedroia, no.
Dustin Pedroia, yes.
Andy Pettit's not
Pettit,
in already?
yes. Hanley Ramirez,
No.
yes. Manny Ramirez,
Yes.
Fernando Rodney,
No.
yes. Obviously, A-Rod,
Yes.
obviously. Francisco Rodriguez,
Maybe.
obviously. Jimmy Rollins, yes.
No.
Sabathia, yes.
No.
Ichiro,
Yes.
yes. Tulowitzki, yes.
No.
Utley, yes.
No.
Vizquel, yes.
No.
Wait, Mark.
Billy Wagner,
Omar
no.
Vizquel, yes?
Listen, man. David Wright, yes. And Ben Zobrist, yes. There you go. Congrats to all you guys for making the Hall of Fame. See you guys tomorrow.
That's how ball is done.
Family.